The weirdly amazing premium that the Soviet Union is getting that nobody asked for, but everybody was waiting for a new premium, right? At the same time. So let's talk about the L-39 ALBATROS. This is the new premium for the Soviets, 6.7 MBR, which is incredibly low. And yeah, a very interesting aircraft. So let's try to see what it's actually capable a little bit on the test flight and see if it's actually worth it. If you want to help the channel, of course, as I'm always talking about, you can, of course, leave a donation with the PayPal link in the description. We are trying to build a little bit more performance in my PC so that we can improve the quality, maybe even go for a 4K quality, you know, in the soonish future. So if you want to help it out, link is in the description, okay? But yeah, the L-39, guys, what is the aircraft? Well, everybody knows it's a trainer made by Czechoslovakia, and it's an aircraft that, I mean, made by Aero. I don't know how to pronounce that, but I would assume it's something like that. And it's an aircraft that it's supposed to be a trainer. This is not the trainer version, technically, although it can be used as a trainer. This is the light attack version, the ZA, right? Of course, it's a very cool aircraft, very easy to fly. This is probably the easiest aircraft to fly in the whole game. And to be honest, if you want to have a stick, you know, and try to fly in simulator for this first time and get used to it, get the controls, getting to work and everything, this will be probably the best aircraft you can have. It is slow, it is fast in terms of agility, right? And yeah, it's just overall an aircraft that is very, very fun to actually do maneuvers in and fly around. Is it the best dogfighter, the best, you know, ground attacker or anything like that? Maybe not, but it does have an enormously low BR. Right, this thing in real life could even carry R3Ss, R60Ms and stuff like that. So of course it is like an 80s aircraft, if I'm not mistaken, 70s, 80s, I have to check. But so of course this aircraft is an aircraft that it was kind of like underwhelming for the performance if you would compare it to the same level of performances that we had at the same time this thing was entering service. But because of that, because it has such a low performance, especially going fast, you know, it just doesn't like to go fast. It basically doesn't have the IR missiles, and with that it has a very low BR, so 6.7. We'll see a lot of props even with this thing, and you kind of might even lose to the props because this thing is slow, man. This thing is really, really slow. Look at the max speed on this thing. Of course, it's still a jet. It does have better energy retention than a prop most of the time, but at the same time, you know, the acceleration is just, it's sleepy. It's like me right now after doing, I don't know, 12 videos in the last 2 days. Yeah, I'm really tired. But yeah, it's an aircraft that, honestly, it is so cool. But at the same time, kind of useless. So it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. It is very fun to fly. It's very easy to fly. It does some incredible maneuvers, but it doesn't have energy. It looks amazing. I mean, if you ever seen one of these in real life, it looks exactly the same. So it's just a very, very cool aircraft, but at the same time it is an aircraft that lacks performance. It lacks everything, right? The cannon that it has, Grisha 23, good old Grisha. The animation is a little bit bugged, but yeah, it does have an air brake, which I think it's probably one of the most useless air brakes ever, because why would you want to go slower in this aircraft? Maybe only on a dive, and that's probably why this thing has the air brake, right? It doesn't have a lot of ammunition to a cannon that it's not the greatest as well, so you gotta be careful. Although you're gonna be fighting a lot of props, so it should be fine. But yeah, 150 rounds, not a lot if you're getting used to it. Remember, this is a premium, you will have to pay money on it. I don't think it's gonna be that expensive since it's a very low BR, and that's, I think, one of the weirdest thing ever. You know, the Germans now received, the Japanese, the Americans received, and many other nations received almost top of the rank, top of the line premium jet, and the Russians didn't yet, which is kind of odd, isn't it? I mean, everybody's expecting for like a premium MiG-29 or something, because normally the Russians have a lot of premiums. So it's kind of weird that an L-39 out of all aircraft is getting added. Unfortunately, like I said, it is a premium. I would love to see 2 versions of this, maybe the proper trainer one, the C model, as a premium, and then this one for the tech tree, or something like that. But oh well, this EA is coming as a tech tree. Let's try to break the wings of the thing. Maybe I cannot because I'm just not too high, but yeah, let's see what is the max speed of this thing. Oh, it's actually pretty alright. Let's see if it maintains this speed. No, it does not. Which is cute, isn't it? It's a cute jet. So it can maintain a pretty good speed, but it just takes a long time to get there. And it might break its wings very easily. I'm gonna climb a little bit and try to see if I can break this thing. So let's try to dive down. Let's see if we can break this thing, because I'm unable to, apparently. Let's see, 600. Come on, man. This thing needs to break at a certain point. There you go. Yeah, it can go to like 900. Even more than that, like 1,000. But you will not be able to normally, unless you have a lot of speed to, a lot of altitude to bleed, right? But yeah, so it's a very cool aircraft. Of course, let's take a look on the payloads that he has, and of course talk about if it's worth to actually keep this thing. I don't know about the price of this thing yet, so everything that I say here is without the price in mind, okay? Because I really honestly don't know what the price is of this thing. Nobody knows, right? But it does have some interesting things. It has the OFAB 110 TU, which is it might be a new bomb. I don't know. I have to check, but it is basically a FAB 100 that has a high drag. We have the 500 M54s, which are very old bombs actually. 250 M54, very old bombs as well. We have the 100s MBs, which are a different, you know, type of high drag bomb, which is interesting. So this one you can take more of them. Explosiveness. So this is probably a more modern one, and this is an older one or something like that. You have normal FAB 100s. Yeah, this is just a high drag version of that, right? And this is a whole new bomb. So interesting. This might be even a check thing, right? And of course you have S5. So no R60s, nothing like that. And you don't have a computer, you don't have anything, right? So it's a very interesting vehicle, but at the same time, you know, we will probably not see a lot of people getting this. So the Vichenko AI. Is that an AI? I always forget. AI 25TL, I think that is it. I think that's it. So it's a very, very weak engine. Almost 17 kilonewtons. The Grisha is there. So very cool aircraft. Depending on the price, maybe it is okay. But to be honest, there are some other ones that you cannot buy anymore. But like, for example, the MiG-21S, just amazing. The 23ML is still pretty good. And I gotta be honest, guys. These aircraft, it might be fun to fly and stuff, but at the end of the day, I would still probably wait for the Rank 8 Premium than it isn't added yet, right? A lot of nations are receiving. I mean, the US has 2, the Germans have 1 now, the British have 1, the Japanese have 1 now, the Chinese don't have 1, the Italians don't have 1, the NFA, okay. Cool aircraft, but yeah, the Swedish have 1 and the Israeli. So basically it's what? The French, but they are receiving a new F5, the Italians, the Chinese, and the Russians. 4 nations that don't have a Rank 8 Premium. So it's very likely that the Russians will receive another one. So you might want to hold off just because of that. But let's wait and see what is the price of this thing. It is a cool aircraft, but 6.7, difficult to know if it's worth it without knowing the price. I think it's a cool aircraft if you love the thing. If not, maybe just leave it on the side, right? But basically this is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment. If you want to help the channel again, PayPal in the description. See you guys. Bye.